Hello everyone, I hope you all are fit and fine. I am Kishore Pawar, Physics faculty. Can you guess this apparatus? This apparatus is consist of a metallic bob. This metallic bob is tied with the help of a thread. This is supported over to this platform. This is a complete setup. This setup is simple pendulum. You might be thinking, today we will discuss important terms related to the simple pendulum. Correct. Dear student, today we are going to discuss here important terms of a simple pendulum. Actually, there are many questions on the basis of the simple pendulum. And you all are confused how to calculate one oscillation of a pendulum, how to calculate amplitude of a pendulum, how to calculate time period of a pendulum, how to calculate frequency of a pendulum. There are many questions on the basis of the simple pendulum, and many a times we are unable to find out solution for all this. But let me tell you, these all things are very easy. A very first thing is that you should know the basic things related to the simple pendulum, then easily you can understand each and everything. Let's start now. You can see this simple pendulum. This pendulum is at resting position now. What do you mean by resting position? This pendulum is not moving at all. It means it is fixed at one position. So this position of a simple pendulum is known as rest position of a simple pendulum. And the bob which is fixed at this position now, this position of a bob or a simple pendulum is known as mean position of a pendulum. This is mean position. Now, when it get disturbed or when it is oscillating, it oscillates through mean position only. So let's see the very first important term, oscillation. What is one oscillation? So to understand this one oscillation, let's say I have taken this bob at to this one extreme end, maximum side. From mean position, I have pulled this bob from mean position to this side. What will happen if I release this bob? Very good. This bob will move forward and will come back again onto the same position. Let's say, observe very carefully. Now I am releasing this bob from here and it again on the same position. So what is one oscillation? One oscillation of a pendulum is to and fro motion, one complete to and fro motion of a bob from mean position. It is moving forward and coming backward through its mean position only. So one oscillation is what exactly? One oscillation is one complete oscillation means to and fro motion of a bob from its mean position. So I hope you all are getting how to calculate one oscillation. So not from this side only, you can consider from this side also. So if you are releasing from this side also, so it is moving forward and coming back onto the same position. This is one oscillation. Second part. Now you can calculate oscillation. Second important term is amplitude. What is an amplitude? Again, try to understand the concept. It's very simple. See here, observe carefully. While oscillating this pendulum, it is moving from its mean position. Consider that now the pendulum is displaced from its mean position. This is the mean position of a pendulum, and it been displaced from this position toward this right hand side up to this much. From this mean position, so this much is the displacement of this pendulum, or this much is the displacement of a bob. So let me tell you, from the mean position, this bob is been displaced in 14 centimeter. So from mean position, how much displaced? This bob is been displaced by 14 centimeter from its mean position. So this distance is nothing but a displacement of a pendulum. This is amplitude. What is amplitude? Amplitude is maximum displacement of a bob from its mean position. So from this mean position, this bob is now displaced. This is the mean position. From this mean position, this bob is now displaced 14 centimeter. So displacement of a bob is 14 centimeter. So how to define amplitude? Amplitude is maximum displacement of a bob from its mean position. Clear? I hope you all are getting. Oscillation is to and fro motion. Amplitude is maximum displacement of a bob from its mean position. Third term is frequency. My question is, this bob is oscillating in such a way that it has completed 5 oscillations in 1 second. What is frequency? What is its frequency? So getting confused. Many times these questions are getting confused. So let's see what is frequency exactly. As per the definition, frequency is number of oscillations completed in 1 second is frequency. Now this pendulum is oscillating in such a way that it completing 5 oscillations in 1 second. So what is frequency? 5 hertz. Unit of frequency is hertz. So I repeat, this pendulum is oscillating in such a way that it is completing 5 oscillations in 1 second. So we can say frequency of this pendulum is 5 hertz. Formula: frequency is number of oscillations upon time. Definition: frequency is number of oscillations completed in 1 second. I repeat, if this bob is completing 20 oscillations in 1 second, so what is frequency? Of course, 20 hertz. If I say this bob is completing 100 oscillations in 1 second, what is frequency? 100 hertz. You all are familiar with the audible frequency. What is the audible frequency range? 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz. What do you mean by 20,000 hertz? Good. 20,000 hertz means 20,000 oscillations in 1 second. Human ear is able to respond to this frequency, 20 hertz to the 20,000 hertz. Third, time period of a simple pendulum, and this is very important. It's very simple. Again, time period, time required to complete one oscillation. As you can see here, this pendulum is oscillating, so of course it requires some time to complete one oscillation. So let's consider that this pendulum is taking 1 second to complete one oscillation. For example, it is moving forward and coming backward. To move forward and come backward means to complete one oscillation, it takes 1 second. So the time period of this pendulum is 1 second. I repeat what we discussed: oscillation, amplitude, frequency, time period. Oscillation, very good, to and fro motion. Amplitude, maximum displacement of bob from its mean position. Frequency, number of oscillations in 1 second. It is oscillating in such a way that it is completing 2 oscillations in 1 second, means frequency is 2 hertz. I am able to hear 30 hertz frequency signals. So 30 hertz means 30 oscillations in 1 second. Your mobile phone is able to receive a signal of 5 gigahertz. Means what? 5 giga. Giga is 10 to the power 9. 5 into 10 to the power 9 hertz. This much is the frequency. So there are bigger units also, megahertz, gigahertz. These are the bigger units. Kilohertz 10 to the power 3, megahertz 10 to the power 6, gigahertz 10 to the power 9. You will come to know this in higher classes also. So fourth one we discussed here, time period. Time required to complete one oscillation. I hope you all understood the concept. Thank you very much.